Listen, right now someone is talking about you. It could be online, in a meeting you're not in, or even through some algorithm you've never heard of. They are forming an opinion, a reputation. So the real question is, are you in control of that story, or is that story controlling you?
Okay, first things first, let's get something crystal clear. There is a huge difference between your character and your reputation. Your character, well, that's who you actually are. But your reputation, that's who other people think you are. And that gap, right there, that little space between reality and what people perceive, that is where careers are made or completely broken.
So let's ask the big question. Who's really holding the pen when the story of you is being written? You'd like to think it's you, right? But in the world we live in today, the list of authors is way longer and a lot more anonymous than you could possibly imagine. You know, for generations, reputation was pretty simple. It was all about handshakes, face-to-face conversations, and just the quality of your work. But that rulebook, it's been thrown out the window. The game has totally fundamentally changed.
Think about this for a second. Today, your reputation is being pieced together by invisible forces. Seriously, AI systems are analyzing your comments online to figure out how you feel about things. Big data analytics might flag you for a promotion or maybe pass you over, all based on patterns you don't even know exist. Your reputation isn't just being built by the people you meet anymore. It's being built by algorithms.
All right, so let's actually pull back the curtain and look at these hidden forces that are quietly shaping your professional identity, probably without you even noticing. And trust me, it's way more complex than you think.
It all kicks off with perception. Now, this isn't reality, not even close. It's the lens that other people are viewing you through. And here's the crucial part. That lens can be created, it can be twisted, and yeah, it can absolutely be used against you. Take the framing cognitive bias, for example. Imagine a coworker is described as intensely focused. Sounds pretty good, right? Now, what if that same person is described as not a team player? It's the exact same behavior, working hard on their own, but it's framed in two totally different ways. And those two frames lead to wildly different ideas about their character. Just a tiny change in the frame completely changes the picture. And it doesn't stop there. Then you've got something called the narrative fallacy. See, our brains just love simple stories. So if you miss one deadline, the story about you quickly becomes, oh, they're unreliable. It totally ignores the 100 other times you are perfectly on time. We do this. We create these simple and often really flawed stories because they're easy to remember, even if they flatten your true, complex character into a one-dimensional cartoon. It feels like a lot, doesn't it? All these invisible biases and automated systems out there defining who you are. But it really doesn't have to be that way. The real question we need to answer is, how do you fight back and finally take back control of your own story?
The answer is having a strategic plan. You need a real set of tools to go from being a passenger in your own career to being the pilot of your reputation. And that's exactly why we designed the People Will Talk program, to put that control right back in your hands.
We've streamlined everything into a really powerful 2-day journey. Day 1 is all about diagnosis. We're going to assess your foundation and get a really honest look at where your reputation stands right this minute. Then, on day 2, we get to work. We start building your personalized strategy with a concrete plan to shape your narrative going forward.
So by the time you're done, you'll be able to really see your reputation from every angle, inside and out. You'll have powerful tools to actually map it out. And you'll be able to execute real strategies to get rid of the bad stuff and amplify all the good. And let me be clear, this is not one of those things where you just sit back and listen to someone talk for hours. No way. This is an active, get your hands dirty workshop where you are going to master the tools you need to build the reputation you want.
We use some really cool cutting-edge methods to make sure this all sticks. Through gamification, you'll get to see cause and effect, and it totally saves space. We'll run real-world case simulations so you can practice handling a reputation crisis before one ever happens. It's all about making this stuff engaging and really effective.
You're going to walk through a practical, step-by-step exercise designed to actively build up both your in-person and your digital reputation. You're literally going to leave with tangible progress already in the bag. We wanted to make sure you leave with something you can put into action, like the very next morning. A super simple, super powerful tool that all comes down to just one number.
You're gonna get a 10-point checklist, and its only job is to give your reputation an immediate, powerful boost. No fluff, no complicated theories, just 10 actionable steps you can take the moment you walk out the door.
At the end of the day, this whole thing is about making a fundamental shift. It's about building a reputation that actually lasts. It's about time you stopped just reacting to what people say and started proactively shaping that conversation yourself. It's time to go from playing defense to playing offense.
Because ultimately, it all comes back to this simple truth. True, lasting success. It's not just about what you accomplish. It's built on a rock-solid foundation of your character, how well you communicate it, and the trust you earn because of it.
Look, people will talk. That's a fact. The only question left is, what do you want them to say? Are you ready to take control of the narrative and finally build the reputation you actually deserve?